Well, here is my first video from Empress Felice, also known as Felice, also known as Fee. Just don't call me a bee. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. I know there's often a lot of things that we have to deal with every day, and it's important how we take time to think about how we manage those things. So today, I guess this video would be called, why don't you check out your mind? Because I remember when I was in elementary school in late 60s and early 70s, it was a pivotal time. There was so much going on, the climate in New Orleans with Black Power movement and civil rights and all of that. As a child, it was very, very fascinating, and that helped mold me. And I bring that up because I could remember that song being out. Why don't you check out your mind? Yeah, it's been with you all the time. Those words are extremely valuable. They've been for me in my walk in life, I just, like I said, on this page, I just am sharing my feelings and judgments and maybe give insight to what has allowed me, like I said, longevity and a very positive quality of life regardless of what's happening around me. As humans, we have the propensity, or we are highly likely to allow circumstances and situations that we get in to determine our mental outlook on our total lives. And that can really make your walk difficult, make your life difficult. Trust me, I've done it most of my life, and I work on it every day, So we're human, and we have to learn to be gentle with ourselves. We have to learn to accept the fact that life is dynamic, and things are gonna happen every day. Some things will be good, some things won't be so good, believe me. We all can vouch for that. There's not one human on the face of the earth who is not going through something. I feel very confident in that assessment. But the key is how you manage it. How do you allow your mind, or how does your mind participate in your reality? Because it's very, very significant. I've done a lot of work to try to control my thoughts and my thinking, because so many times in my life, now when I look back, I can tell you there were so many times in my life that I worried about shit that never, and now it's impossible to take place, because a lot of it is with situations that no longer exist. And I found myself, and so I got into this mode of almost like searching for something to worry about. Even when things are going, when things are going really well, I'm searching to find out what could go wrong. Some of the shit, y'all, that I allowed myself to think, it's like I was challenging my mind to make up stupid ass scenarios that would never take place. But that would satisfy this void of negativity. It's like my mind created a void of negativity that constantly needed to be fed. I could remember when I bought a sports car, a luxury sports car, was one of the first in New Orleans. Well, that car cost me a lot of grief too, but that's another story for another time. But anyway, I drove that car out the lot And I was sad about it. I'm like, what the hell? Because it was something that I wanted and I worked for. And then when I finally got it, it was like I allowed my mind to shit on that dream, shit on that manifestation. I hate that word. But the fruition of that dream. And I see periodically from time to time, I find myself in situations, I'm much better. I say right now I'm about, pardon, there's a plane in the background. I have spent, I would say, more than 60% of my life worrying about nothing. But the worry, what I find, because when I broke it down, I thought about it. And I said, the worry, what did I get out of that? It was what I was used to, and it made me feel good. The worrying almost made me feel like I was empowered. That's how tricky our mind can get if we allow it. If we let our thinking run loose, it can put us in some jacked up situations. And trust me, I've been in enough of them to know. You know, you have to check your mind. Pardon me. But, you know, it's your thinking. And the beauty of it is that we could change our thinking. We could actively change our lives in a split second, because it's how you think about it, how you perceive it, especially the negativity. Yes. I had to learn to appreciate to this very moment, y'all, to this very moment, the negativity that occurs, because that's what gets you closer to where you really want to be. I know it might sound nonsensical, but for my reality, and as I always say, these are my feelings and my judgments, my experiences, and I own them. But from my experiences, even recent, I'm talking like days ago, I'm learning to stop before I go off. Because people who know me know I will go off. Yes, I've been told that I'm like my father. Thank you, Daddy. I takes no shit. But I gotta check myself. So it never hurts to stop and check yourself when you're thinking. When you want to react to some stuff that's going down. And I know I used to be impulsive. I was that chick. If you said something, man, one time somebody cussed my mama. I'm not even gonna finish that story. But I did not go to jail. And I did not beat the person's ass who I was gonna beat, because I had family there and they intervened. But it's a funny story. But it's certain things like that happen in your life. You like, if this happened, I'm gonna do this about it. You know, but fortunately I've gotten to a point in my existence where I realize it doesn't matter. I only see like reacting in that way as a situation if I have to defend myself. But there's also nothing wrong with getting, you know, somebody straight. But first off, you need to get you straight. Get your mind straight. Get your thinking straight. Stop and take a second. And it's not about who's right and who's wrong and who did what. And like my mom and dad used to say, who shot John? It ain't about that. It's about if you step back and take a minute and think about the circumstances. And when you really are honest with yourself and you're like, why did this happen? You know, what did I do? It's true. What did I do to facilitate that occurrence in my life? Did I ask for it? Yeah. It's all about you. It's all about us as individuals. We can't blame nothing on nobody else. As much as we want to. Even if they took the gun and shot you in your head, it's not about them. It's it's about you. And that is a hard realization for some people to make. But it is one of the most rewarding. One of the most rewarding, at this stage of my life, to be able to do what I do and pari, ha'apari. It was the result of some of the most negative, aggravating things that happened in my life. I asked the universe, I said, I want this. The universe will deliver, and it delivered. But boy, the way I got it. But if you trust the process and take some time and think about the negatives in our lives and how they benefit us, and that's hard for a lot of people to accept. Because there are circumstances that happen in our lifetimes that are just flat out traumatic, that we didn't ask for on a conscious level, but that needed to happen. Like, I feel like a diamond that's been polished. Life has polished the living hell out of me. And as we know, who are all on this journey, life can make you feel like you don't even want to be here anymore. But from the very depths of despair and from the lowest points of your life, you can evolve like this phoenix. You can evolve like this phoenix and return from the ashes. Trust me. I can't speak on anything I've never been through. But what I also can't do is not experience the blissful existence I have and share it when I have energy around the rewards of my perseverance, my endurance, my faith, my love, my hope, my anger, my sadness, my depression, everything that makes me who I am. I hope you, this is for whoever can receive this. I hope you know how important you are in a tapestry of life. I hope you realize that nobody's life, my life ain't complete without you being here, doing what it is that you're doing. Even if you think what you're doing is wrong or bad or not good enough. Because we're all in sync in a universal process that takes place. We're born when we're supposed to. We croak when we're supposed to. And like beloved Esther Hicks said, I use the word croak because if we believe, and these are my feelings and judgment, if we believe in the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and we connected to the Spirit, Spirit never dies. We just go to a different place, a different mode. And fortunately, there are some of us who are able to tap into that before we cross over. And it ain't no witchcrafty voodoo bullshit that people talk about because they're afraid to stop and look at their lives and figure out what is it. For me, I had to do that recently. I had to do that around my birthday because I was so stressed out about it. I'm like, I'm gonna be 60. I'm gonna be 60. And all that happened was another day. Time didn't stop. It was just another day. And that's why I said man created time. Time's so flawed. We got so many different time zones in the world, so many different beliefs around that. We here till we're not. And what we do with it while we're here is up to us. So in my belief system, I believe that I made an agreement with my higher power to come here, that I'm always connected to every heartbeat, every breath I take. I can't breathe without divinity. I can't have blood flowing through my body without divinity. So I believe I made an agreement to come down here and do what it is I want to do in this incarnation. And so I'm inspired to inspire others, to motivate others, to love the unloved, to remind us all that nobody's better than the next person. And that you're not a failure because you did something. You're not a failure. Even people who society looks at as failures and menaces and, people worthy to be, killed or whatever with the death penalty or whatever. We got a universe that allows everything to happen in perfect synchronicity. And far be it from me to assume I have the mental capacity to comprehend the dynamics of the world in which we live. I just ask my Creator to allow me to do what I'm doing and to inspire people until I croak and return back, re-emerge back into the non-physical. That's just how I look at it. So when we stop, we take time to think about what we're thinking and how our thoughts are. It can make or break you. My mind, if I don't find something to do with myself, I can speak for myself because I know who I am and I'm the only Felice. So we can only speak for ourselves. Sometimes, baby, let me tell you, my mind will get my ass in a world of trouble. It has done it before, but I'm trying not to let it happen again. But I know if I don't keep my mind occupied, I had the old me had the propensity to go back and do some things that were not beneficial to me. Create drama, stressing myself out, believing shit that ain't never happened, could never happen, and ain't gonna be. Especially when you're by yourself a lot. I know there are a lot of people who have a lot of solitude, like myself, which I love. That is when you have a choice. You can let your mind fuck you into believing some stupid shit, or you can allow yourself to tap in to the depths of who you really are and uncover a love for yourself that it's indescribable, it's ineffable. I can't give words to it. So the mind comes many different ways, in the middle of the night. You wake up. How many of us wake up? I woke up in the middle of the night last night, happy where I am, loving where I am, but last night in the middle of the night, I woke up stressing about shit that had already happened. So it shows you that we all have the propensity to allow our minds to wreak havoc on us. So that's why I say, why don't you check out your mind? Reacquaint yourself with your mind and your thinking. Your mind a lot of times is like a dog. When you're training a dog, look, I'm the pack leader. You're the pack leader of your mind because it's so powerful. And your mind don't want to be fucking over you, truth be told. It's just the life process gives us experiences which creates neural pathways in our brain that we get used to experiencing, even if they're negative. And we get so used to it, our body craves that continual negativity. It's like we eating negativity and feeding our mind. The mind is like, I'm looking for something. I need to eat like Miss Pac-Man. I need to eat some jacked up shit. My mind is so tricky. It's a trip. My mind will create a scenario or something that it can't never happen for me to worry about. It's like, what is that? What is that? That makes you think thoughts that make you want to not be happy. I think part of it is a fear of but fear being happy. And I also believe that's part of the dynamic that came from slavery. I'm willing to bet my last dollar on it because I can think of my ancestors, close and far, but my ancestors who I lived and knew before they crossed over, and it was always, but I get it. It was a survival mode. You know, it was always don't get too happy because something bad is gonna happen. Now, in these days and times, it's not true. But back in the days, you know, I grew up during the civil rights movement as a small child. And my parents went through some stuff. And my father was a fighter. My father was everything that a strong, proud Black American man, foundational Black American man, everything you wanted to see. You know, I was blessed to experience that and have that my whole life. And I gotta give my father his props because he raised us in a way where our foundation is intact. My son's foundation is intact. Black men, I'm gonna do another segment on that. But it all goes back to your thinking in your mind. So I brought up my parents because when they were coming up, they couldn't be happy about shit. They had to worry about what the next obstacle was that they had to deal with. You know, how am I going to get this job? How am I going to take care of my family? How am I going to not wind up lynched? That's why younger people, because I'm still young, who do stupid shit and take for granted the blood, sweat, and tears that their ancestors, some still alive, have gone through. They shit on it with stupidity, and they're not capitalizing on the opportunities in front of them. Y'all know who you are. It's not everybody. But I'm going to do another segment on that too. But anyway, back to your mind and your thinking. You know, it's important to check in with your mind. Befriend it. Say, look, we stuck with each other. Till you gone. You here till we gone. You with me till we gone. So let's make this work out. Take your time and work with me. I'm imitating me talking to you, mind. Take your time. Work with me, mind. Remind me of who I'm connected to. Remind me that every breath I take is connected to the Creator. Remind me that every heartbeat is connected to the Creator. Remind me that I'm never alone. And if I'm lonely, it's because I choose to feel that way. Because what solitude does is it gives us an opportunity to really commune with our higher power. You know, so be gentle with yourselves. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with how you live your life. Take your time. Befriend your mind. Try not to, or learn. We're not going to even say try. I'm going to say learn. When those thoughts come, learn where they come from, and learn that they're not true. If they're destructive, if they're negative, if you feel bad. I'm not minimizing the things we go through in life, because they are intense. They are intense everywhere, around the globe. But I'm inspired, and it doesn't hurt me to share these things with you. You know, I know a group of individuals that I'm a part of, and the mantra is one by one. Like Harriet Tubman said, one by one, she was freeing slaves. One by one, we could make a difference. There are great people who have sacrificed their lives around the world. All the people who have been inspired to make a positive change. And I hope to complement that effort. But like Harriet Tubman said, one by one. So one person can make a difference. If one person watches this and they feel inspired, they feel like they have hope, feel loved. See, this is the trick about love that people don't understand. They believe you can only love your relatives. You can only love someone you're married to. You can only love people in your race. You can only love a bunch of fabricated bullshit. But love is universal. So if I tell you I love you, I mean it. And if you can't feel it, it's because you got a hard heart. You hear me? Baby, you got a hard heart, baby. But that's okay too. Because we all works in progress, trust me. This video is probably helping me more than it's helping you guys. But yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm gonna be sharing content about wellness, of course, especially regarding to diabetes. I have accomplished something that is almost unheard of. But I'm gonna save that for when I talk about diabetes, because there will be episodes where I'm gonna focus on that because it has been my journey. But I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. I don't need it no more. That's how deep it gets. But I also have valuable information that can help people along the way. But this is I'm not making this a diabetes channel. I had a diabetes channel. If you go to YouTube and you look at Diabetes and Felice, there might be videos even under Empress Felice. But I did a whole series of diabetes videos during COVID because I felt like I could have utilized my skill set to help folks. And also, I needed to keep my mind occupied because that motherfucker ain't nothing nice. Yes. So I'll also share information and things that I'm learning on my experience as a global wellness strategist. I coined that term for myself because fortunately I'm in a position where I go to different locations and learn about wellness initiatives firsthand and experiencing. And it's been very rewarding. I'm in Jamaica right now. I go back and forth from Jamaica to the U.S. and other places. But even living here has been some of the best medicine, or spending extended time here rather, has been the best medicine for me. But I hope that this video inspires you to stop, take a minute, take a breath, check out your mind, calm the fuck down, and stop and realize. Stop. Take a breath. You know who that breath is connected to. Stop. Feel your heart. Every heartbeat. When you're feeling it. When you're going through it. Every heartbeat. Feel your pulse. That's divinity. Every breath. That's divinity. And you are divinity. I wish you well. Have a great rest of the day. And I hope this video has been inspirational to you. And I love all y'all, whether you like it or not, baby. Later.